Need some coins for that God Squad you've always wanted? For fast and cheap coins, check out instantmudcoins.com and use code ZIRK for 20% off. Link is in the description. The whole thing wobbin', wobbin', wobbin'. When I come around, got the whole thing wobbin', What's going on, guys? It's Zirksee coming at you today with another YouTube video, and today I'm going to be going over which pre-order edition of Madden 22 should you guys get. Now, you'll see on here, I'm actually going to show you guys this screen first, just so you can see the prices of everything, and then I'm going to go into the comparison that EA actually made for us, so it makes it a little bit easier for you guys to see this. But let me know down below which pre-order edition you guys are going to get. I'm really just going to be going over the differences in between them. Is it actually worth spending more to get certain things? And certain things, I think maybe it is. Now, I do want to give a shout out to Connor Davis for being a part of the Nota Gang. If you guys want a chance to be shout out in the next video, drop a like in the vid. Make sure you guys are subbed to the channel, turn the notification bell on, and comment down below, Nota Gang. Also, this morning, I did do a video going over everything that came out today with Madden 22 in terms of news, the gameplay stuff, pre-order editions, everything like that. Check it out. But this video I wanted to make today as well, specifically going over the pre-order editions exactly and which one I think you guys should get, because I'm sure some of you right now maybe are looking to buy it immediately. I will, however, warn you that usually, I don't remember exactly when it did come out last year, but at a certain point they did actually have like another percentage off. If you bought the game through Madden 21, like on the main screen, it gave you like 10% off or something. I'm waiting for that to hit. Also, the beta is currently out. I will be playing that and dropping a video probably tomorrow going over my initial thoughts on the beta for you guys, so expect that as well. But Madden 22, which edition should you get? You guys can see here though the pricings on these, it's a little bit different this year. So I do have EA access, so with EA access on Xbox I do get an extra 10% off. You guys can see that right there. So the Xbox One version of the game is $60, and it does seem like the next gen version of the game is actually $70, which is a little bit interesting. I'm guessing it's the same thing there if you guys were to buy it for PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5 as well. With these other pre-orders though, I'm pretty sure, yeah, so like this one here, if you pre-order one of the upped versions of the game, the MVP or the Dynasty, you get it on both. So let's say you plan on getting, this is a big part as well you have to factor in here, if you eventually plan on upgrading to Xbox Series X or Xbox Series S this year, you 100% instantly want to either go with the MVP or the Dynasty, because you guys can see with these, you get the Xbox One version and the Xbox Series X and S. The cheapest one would be $100 or $90 with EA Access, or $120 for the Dynasty. But with these other ones here, you can specifically buy it for just that console, but you're locked in to just that console. So let's say you upgrade to the next Xbox for like Christmas or something, you have to rebuy the game. So that's definitely something to keep in mind. By the way, I will leave a link in the comments here. I'm actually giving away a Dynasty edition of the game. So link to my Twitter in the description to that tweet right there. But I just wanted to go over the pricings because the price is $120 for a pre-order. Pretty expensive, but is it worth it? Here is the chart that EA made for us. So 3 days early access is the first thing on this chart. So in order to get the 3 days early access, you guys have to buy the MVP or the Dynasty edition. So of course the pricing difference there, the MVP edition is $100. The standard is going to be $60, or if you're buying for next gen there, it would be $70. So that is quite the bump up there. But the 3 days early access, if you are someone that plays Madden Ultimate Team, that is big. 3 days early access is very, very big. Being able to get the game, I believe, on the 17th. I believe the official release date is actually the 20th. Being able to play the game on the 17th, it's pretty big. That's getting a big head start on solos, on the market, whatever, and that is definitely going to help you out a lot, especially if you get those 3 days early access and then people try to go play head to head. Well, with 3 days early access, I mean, you could get a lot of solos done, get your team up, and that's pretty big. Now, the dual entitlement, as I said, if you are planning to get the Xbox Series X or S or the PlayStation 5 this year, I think without a doubt, you probably want to get the MVP or the Dynasty Edition. That is, I'm saving you money right there if you go ahead and actually buy that. Given though, depending on what time of the year you do end up buying the next-gen console, Madden will, of course, get cheaper throughout the year, but still, you also get all these added bonuses as well. Now, the franchise staff points, I don't really know what those are going to be used for. I guess to upgrade your coaches and stuff like that. So if you're a franchise guy, There you go. You also have the general player class starting at level 10. I believe that's for the yard, I want to say. That one does come with every single edition. Next, we've also got the Tom Brady gear capsule. So again, just Tom Brady gear, I'm guessing for the yard there. And one thing that is very specific to the Dynasty edition, however, is the Legend Athlete capsule for Randy Moss. So Randy Moss gear, I believe. I don't know if this is actually going to be like a player in MUT. I believe that it's just gear. I'm not sure if it's just gear or if it's an actual like player that you get in Madden Ultimate Team. To be honest, I have absolutely no idea there. If it is a player, that is really cool. I'm guessing he probably wouldn't be a high overall though. Normally with these, he'd make like 86, 87 overall, more than likely. Now, with all the additions as well, you do get to choose 1 out of 32 NFL stars, which is just a list of base elites, but they're going to be like 81, 82 overalls. It's definitely helpful to start off your team. You'll probably end up replacing them at, you know, a later point, but very quickly, I would imagine. However, though, that does help out your team, and luckily that's with all the additions there. You also do get an elite item, so you get a choice of Brady or Mahomes. Now, this is actually pretty big. Last year, we did get Lamar Jackson, but I'm guessing that with Mahomes, he is probably going to be like the highest overall quarterback in the game. I'd have to assume there. Brady as well will be pretty high. So if it is like it was with Lamar Jackson, where I think it was an 86 overall Lamar, I want to say, I'm guessing Mahomes and Brady probably 87, 88 overalls. That's really big because that is a very, very good quarterback to start off the year. I like that a lot. You also do get some exclusive challenges during the early access window with the MVP in the Dynasty Edition, given we don't exactly know what that's going to be, but I'd imagine it's gonna be something decent. It's probably not gonna give you some crazy stuff, maybe a couple base leaks, whatever, but that's cool. And then we have the Team Fantasy Packs, which, as you guys know, with the Team Fantasy Packs, you can get kind of lucky. Like, those are actually a pretty decent way of making coins. Like, honestly, you can make a decent amount of coins off of those, especially at the beginning of the game. If you just get lucky and pull a decent overall elite, those are pretty helpful. And with the MVP edition, you do get 11 of those, and with the Dynasty, you get 22 of those packs. It's kind of big. And then the final thing is the Curated Legends pack. Now, I do not know exactly what this is. I really don't. But you do get your choice of Brady or Mahomes, and then you get 2 legends, so offense and defense, and they're both elite scores. So maybe they are base legends that are in the game. Maybe they're going to be 88, 89 overalls, whatever. We don't really know the overalls of the Curated Legends or Brady or Mahomes, but I'm guessing it's probably going to be the same elite overall that their base elites are. And then, of course, the 1 out of 32 NFL stars. We don't know the overalls of that, but we do know the price differences here between all these. So is it worth it to get the MVP or the Dynasty Edition? I think that if you are a Madden Ultimate Team player, the MVP edition is a must-have, I think, personally, to get that 3 days early access, but not just that, especially if you plan on getting a next-gen console throughout this year, if you have hopes to get one, I 100% think that the MVP edition is a must-have. You get the Brady and Mahomes start off the year, you get that free quarterback there, you get the team fantasy packs, you get the challenges, the gear, it's whatever, you know, the Tom Brady gear capsule, I don't really care for all that, maybe you guys do. You get some franchise stuff there, but the dual entitlement, not having to buy the game again, and getting that 3 days early access, I think is a 100% must for any MUT players. If you're not a MUT guy, then maybe you don't care about it too much because most of the stuff is for MUT, of course, but I really think that the MVP edition is a must-have. Going from the MVP edition, though, which is $100 to the Dynasty edition, that is 20 more bucks. So for 20 more dollars, is it worth it to get 11 team fantasy packs and then 2 legends, offense and defense? So you get 1 offensive legend and 1 defensive legend. I think if the legends are actually really, really good, if the legends you get are actually good, then I would say for 20 bucks though, the team fantasy packs, getting 11 of those, that does help out the value there. You also get the Legend Athlete capsule, which we don't know if it's a player or just gear or whatever it is. I think it's probably just going to be gear, but potentially an actual player there. But if the Legends players are 88 or 89 overalls, I think in general, the 11 team fantasy packs, you're going to get a decent amount of coins out of those, and especially because you can potentially get really lucky out of that and pull a really good player, but you also get like the silvers, the golds to do sets, make some coins there, and coins are very important at the beginning of the game because you can make some early investments, all that, and also get the legends that are whatever overall they are. They're going to fit in your lineup there. For 120 bucks though, that's really tough to say it's absolutely worth it. But it's definitely hard to say it's absolutely worth it. We will need to see what overall those legends are. Are they NAT? Are they auctionable? If they're auctionable, that does, I think that would make it worth the extra 20 bucks. If you get, say, 89 overall legends, 2 of them that are auctionable and 11 more team fantasy packs, I think that then will be worth it. But for now, I think if you want the safe bet, I think the MVP edition is probably the one that is most worth it. Part of that, again, is the 3 days early access, the dual entitlement, and at least you get the team fantasy packs. Still get the Mahomes or Brady, but you don't get the legends. So we have to know the overalls, the legends. What legends are they to see if it's actually worth the extra 20 bucks? I do like the team fantasy packs though. So if you guys are looking to get a pre-order, I think the MVP, if you're a MUT guy, is the must-have one. So with that being said, guys, I hope you did enjoy the video. And if you did, make sure you guys drop a like in the video. And of course, hit that sub button down below. Let me know which edition will you guys be getting. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys next time.